The 1962 Corvette is one of the most remarkable cars.
To me, 62 was probably the best year in Corvette history.
This specific model is painted in a Roman red. It has been fully restored, besides for the tires and logo, the Corvette logo in the back, on the bonnet. It has chrome detailing all around, and one of the largest bonnets on the Corvettes. It is also the last model to have a boot. After 1962, the Corvettes were no longer made with bonnets. It has unique coloring and design. The wheels are made of, they're not the original wheels. They are aftermarket wheels with aftermarket tires. It has the dual headlamp display. The wheels also are a polished chrome, and the car was made in the 1962, and that was a period where a lot of people were into fighter jets, so it has that sort of unique styling. All the carpeting has been redone, so have the seats. The steering wheel is the original, which is just a plastic steering wheel around the sides. It has a tonneau cover that opens up from its own compartment that folds out. It's not the original white color, it's black, which is also an aftermarket feature. In this Corvette logo badge up the back, the inside of it is black. It's originally supposed to be a white. Inside the boot, it has a rubber mat to prevent you from scratching the car, and underneath the mat is a replacement tire. The inside of the boot is also a Roman red, and the tire cover is a cream white. It has full registration, and the bonnet pops open opposite to the front of the car, which was a styling feature back then. The engine is a V8 340 horse with 280 torque. It is the original engine. Underneath the engine bay is a large fan that takes out most of the heat and stress off the engine. It is a Chevrolet original, and it was originally in the C1 model, which was the 1959 model of the Corvette, which was also known as the C1 Corvette. There's a new Hurst competition shifter. Transmission was rebuilt. The car is pretty straight, but has those curves that give it extra dimensions. It much a complete car and looks almost like it did when it rolled off the floor in 1962. Dash is like a fighter jet, as I had said earlier. That was its styling back then. It goes up to 160, which at the time was very, very fast. Most of the Chevrolet cars would come with 120, maybe 130. The Corvette was the only one that came with 160. its rear view mirror is located on the dash, not hanging from the top like most rear view mirrors are. It has it's a 4-speed manual with an operating radio and an analog clock on the dash, which was quite common on cars back then since there were no digital clocks. The windshield wipers were also standard back then, but it was optional to have larger ones. It because it is convertible when the top's down, it can be quite noisy through the road noise, but the engine does make some noise, but not too much. The car is quite maneuverable. It has an older version of power steering, which makes it quite durable on long turns. It is also quite unique as opposed to most of the other Corvettes that are a different style and less along the lines of something unique. Like, for example, the 1963 Corvette, which was based off of a shark, and it had a more shark-like appearance, and that was its main design. Thanks for watching. This was Kostas Cars Reviews.